It seems like everyone in social media is currently training for a triathlon. But what is a triathlon? Hi, and welcome back to Miss Runs the World. Today with the episode, what is a triathlon, what is it all about, and which distances exist? First of all, what is a triathlon? A triathlon, typically from the word triathlon already gives it away, we have three disciplines. These three disciplines are swimming, biking, and running. Also, there exists another sport like a duathlon, which actually just means if you suck in swimming, do a duathlon. I should have gone to duathlon, to be honest, before going into the pool, but anyhow, that's another story. If you don't really like swimming, but you like biking, you like running, then go into duathlon. It's about run, bike, run. But we're not in a duathlon here right now. We are here in the triathlon. Triathlon, we decided for three disciplines. Great, so three disciplines you have to learn, and this is swimming, biking, and in the end, we're running. And now it's getting complicated because now we're talking about the different distances in triathlon. Disclaimer, it's really complicated because some organizations sometimes do completely weird distances. But what I'm going to talk about today is the 5 most common distances that you need to know. Let's go into it. First of all, 5. We have the super sprint, we have the sprint, we have the Olympic, we have the middle distance, and we have the long distance. And I will now explain shortly all of these distances. First of all, super sprint. Super sprint is the shortest distance you could do. And again, disclaimer, it varies a little bit also from the organizations. It's around, in the beginning-ish, 250 to 500 meters of swimming. Then we go on the bike in between 6 to 13 kilometers. And then we go to the run, which could also vary a lot, 1.5 to 3.5 kilometers-ish. Let's get into the next one. The next one is the sprint. Sprint distance, this is the 750 meters of swimming. We have 20 kilometers of biking, and then we have 5 kilometers for running. And so for whom is the sprint distance? The sprint is amazing for all the people who want to go all out in a very, very, very short time. If you feel, I love the 5K race on the weekends, and I would love to add a little bit of swimming and biking, go for it, go all out, heart rate bumping up, and this is then the perfect race for you. And now we're going to a little bit longer races. This is the Olympic one. And the Olympic one is actually the most common one. So the most common one with which people start or which people do. What is it exactly? It's 1.5 kilometers of a swim. Then we have 40 kilometers of the bike. And then we go into the run with around 10 kilometers. You see? Still distances one can manage. Also, it's a lot about speed. It's a great combination. It's actually a very great distance also to try it out, in my opinion. And it's just a very good distance also to always get better, to race more. So great distance, the Olympic one. And I would really suggest, if you feel like I want to start with a triathlon, go either to the sprint distance, or when you're a little bit advanced already, then go to the Olympic distance. It's a lot of fun. We're going to the bigger ones. What do we have? We have 2 different distances in a long one. We have the middle and we have the long distance. The middle distance, and now it's complicated again. Of course, middle distance also means half Ironman or Ironman 70.3. And why 70.3? Thank you all to the American friends here. It's because of the miles. In the end, you have this amount of miles you have done. Because what are you doing for the middle distance? For the middle distance, you do 1.9 kilometers of swimming. Then you go onto your bike for 90 kilometers, and then you go to the run for a half marathon, and half marathon 21.1 kilometers. This is the middle distance, half Ironman, Ironman 70.3, however you want to name it. This is in my opinion, great distance, but of course takes a lot of time. And this is not about super racing, because you really need to look, how can I sustain for that long amount of time. And now we're going to the king's discipline. I call it like that. It's the full long distance. This is the full Ironman. The long distance, this is actually, you're going on a bike, you're going to the swim for 3.6 kilometers. Afterwards, you go on a bike ride, sweet 180 kilometers. And then, of course, because why not, you're gonna run a marathon, 42.2 kilometers. You see, this keeps you busy for a whole day. A great distance to really go above your limits, in my opinion, but it's a really hard one. I would really not suggest that doing that as your first triathlon. Just don't. Practice before shorter distances, and if you feel like I love long distances, I want to try it out, do it, but really step by step is my recommendation in this case. Great, now you know everything about triathlon, you know about the different distances, but there's one interesting thing, and I'm not sure if you already know that, because there is a time limit. There is a time limit for a triathlon. If you, for example, feel like I want to sign up for the long distance without any experience and I just gonna walk, well then good luck, because there is gonna be a cutoff time. And this is personally for me the hardest thing, because I'm always scared that I maybe don't need to meet the cutoff times, because things can happen. Let's say about a flat tire, a high mountain on a bike course, you didn't feel good in the swimming, whatnot. So many things can potentially happen. And when you go above this cutoff time, you're out. And what are the cutoff times? This is now a little bit complicated because it varies a lot in regards to which the organization, but also in regards to different routes. But I would just break it down for, let's say, an average of a cutoff time. For the full distance, you have around 17 hours. Yes, 17 hours. For the half, you go to the half, 8.5 hours-ish. You see, the hardest thing is, first of all, doing 3 disciplines, and the second one is you actually need to meet the cutoff times. But still, triathlon, even for me, when it might appear scary, it's an amazing sport with a lot of fun. I would highly recommend it. But start with a shorter distance, and then step by step you can go to longer distances if you like, or stay with the short ones, push yourself, go to your limit. Do whatever feels great for you. I wish you a lot of fun with trying out and getting into a triathlon.